In 1996, 1997, it was, almost end of year. My father told me, "You are not my son. You go and look for your own father." It was so painful. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I thought to myself it was better to die than to live. We had a small radio in the house that used to use batteries. I got the batteries out of the radio. I smashed them, put them in a jar, and mixed with water, and I drank the substance. This is why I'm telling you, some of us should have died long time ago. But because of the grace and love and the miracle of God, I still stand to testify. Nothing happened to me. I did not even feel stomach ache. But I could not stay in my father's house any longer. I just fled and went on to the streets in Kampala and started a very, very hard life at 13 years. Many things happened. I saw many of my friends die on the streets. Some, the bigger boys used to come. If you have a piece of bread or a shirt that they would like, if you don't freely give it, they would stab you to death and take it. That is the kind of life I was living in on the streets. I was very, very young. On the streets, I started smoking marijuana. How many people know what marijuana is? You kids are naughty. I'm kidding anyway. It's good to know. It's good to know. The Bible says, know the truth, and it shall set you free. And the reason why I was asking how many people know this thing, we call it weed in Uganda. I didn't start smoking weed because I wanted. I had so much pain from the death of my mother, rejection from my father, and I had to resort to something that had to become my friend. I didn't know Christ by then. I didn't know God by then. So something had to become my friend and my companion. And when I took that spliff, I forgot about my pain. For a minute I was in space. You forget about your pain and you live like you're in heaven. But I want to tell you one thing. I became an alcoholic, started drinking very bad at the age of 13. I started sniffing petrol, One time, the bigger boys after time the bigger boys started mugging people and beating people up and stealing from them. People used to walk on the streets and do all that. So one time as we were sleeping at 5 a.m., we heard gunshots, and it was police. They decided to clear all the streets of Kampala, get every street kid off the streets. If you cannot get them, shoot them dead. What happened? We wake up and it's gunshots. So we wake up not knowing what is happening, and we wake up and see police after us. And I remember waking up and 5 of my friends were shot dead before my face. As I was taking off running, bullets flying behind me, it is the grace of God. I should have died. After that day, I could not go back on the streets anymore. I went to church and sought refuge in church. I got born again in 2001, and my life has never been the same again. Never been the same again.